Good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining. This is OBC Radio, Second Chances for the Forgotten Voices. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lady Whistleblower Show, with me, your host, Dr. Jermaine Gordon, on OBC Radio and OBC Radio YouTube channel, where we fearlessly uncover the truth and shed light on important issues. Today, we are thrilled to have you join us as we delve into the latest update from our beloved island of Jamaica. Before we do so, we kindly request that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Turn your notification on so you won't miss us while we are on. Last but not least, follow us on all social media platforms at OBC Radio and visit us on the World Wide Web at www.obcradio.com. Always remember, a winner never quit because quitters never win. Today, we are here to talk about a possible murder investigation which unfolds following the death of Melissa Silvera, wife of former PNP member of Parliament. In a shocking turn of events, the death of Melissa Silvera, the wife of former People's National Party PNP member of Parliament Jolyan Silvera, is now being investigated as a possible murder after a post-mortem examination revealed that she has sustained at least 3 gunshot wounds. This revelation comes 6 weeks after Mrs. Silvera was pronounced dead on November 10, 2023, with her passing initiated to the natural cause. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz, who oversees crime and security, disclosed the disturbing finding to the Jamaica Observer, stating that the post-mortem examination unveiled the presence of multiple gunshot wounds, raising serious questions and concern about the circumstances surrounding Mr. Silvera's demise. In a startling development, Jolyan Silvera, the husband of the deceased, has been placed under scrutiny in connection with his wife's tragic death. His firearm has been confiscated for further investigation, and he is currently undergoing questioning by law enforcement authorities. Silvera, who shares a close relationship with opposition leader Mark Jefferson Golden, received public condolences from Golden following the heartbreaking loss of his wife. The situation has been further complicated by the public's recollection of a previous tragedy involving the Silvera's family. 2 years ago, the Silvera 2-year-old son tragically lost his life in a swimming pool accident while under the care of his father. In light of recent developments, speculation has emerged regarding the circumstances of the child's death, particularly in light of revelations that Jolyan Silvera had discovered his wife's infidelity and learned that he was not the biological father of his deceased son. These distressing revelations have led to intense public speculation, with some questioning the possibility that Jolyan Silvera may have been involved in the deaths of both his son and his wife. Furthermore, concerns have been raised about potential tampering with the crime scene, as report indicated that the bed was changed in which Mrs. Silvera was found and changed to a brand new bed, and tiles within the Silvera residence has been replaced. As the investigation unfolds, there are ongoing calls for accountability and transparency, which demands that law enforcement officials who were present at the Silvera residence take responsibility for any lapse in the handling of this case. The unfolding saga has gripped the nation, prompting widespread shocking and disbelief. As authorities delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding Melissa Silvera's tragic death, the public remains on edge, eagerly awaiting answers and closures in the wake of these distressing revelations. The investigation into Melissa Silvera's death continues, and authorities are working diligently to uncover the truth behind this perplexing and deeply troubling case. We want to shed light on 2 years prior, which an article was published Wednesday, August 30th, 2017 at 2 p.m. by Armando Scott. And it reads, and I quote, "Jolyan Silvera was home with his son and after some time noticed that the child was missing. 2 years ago, several persons, including Prime Minister Andrew Holness, have taken to the social media to express their sympathies to former People's National Party PNP Member of Parliament for Western Jolyan Silvera following the tragic death of his son, Justin Silvera, who was 2 years old, reportedly drowned in a pool at his Stony Hill, St. Andrew home sometime before midday yesterday. According to reports, Mr. Silvera was home with his son and after some times noticed that the child was missing. The child was reportedly found lying face down in the pool. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead," unquote. Now we will read to you an article which was written by Andre Williams in the Jamaica Gleaner. Cops faces scrutiny after possible solo visit to death scene. Associated says 40-year-old was healthy. A case review in the suspect murder of Melissa Silvera is expected to determine, among other things, whether the initial investigating officer, a police sergeant, attended upon the scene by himself. Silvera, the wife of former St. Mary Western Member of Parliament Jolyan Silvera, died at home in Stony Hill, St. Andrew on November 10th. The Gleaner has been reliably informed that the policeman who is attached to the police station in St. Andrew North Division went to the Diamond Court home of the Silveras alone. This, according to information received by the Gleaner, is a breach of protocol. The rules are clear. No one goes on patrol or an assignment, and no one police should be left at the station, a senior crime fighter stated. Several officers with whom the Gleaner spoke said a shortage in personnel might have been a factor, as the station in question is known to be short of staff complements. The station reportedly serves around 10 large communities. Him sergeant and the DC district constable at work, and him tell the DC state him go give response, a policeman close to the probe said. Another senior officer told the Gleaner that the officer in question is still on duty, as no instruction have been given otherwise. The Gleaner was told that a case review meeting was held on Monday, with the head of the crime branch and investigators attached to the Major Investigation Division. The policeman made a huge blunder, going there by himself and not properly inspecting the body of the deceased, the senior officer stated. The Gleaner was told that someone at the location was against the policeman lifting a covering placed over the deceased, citing that she was naked. The initial report was that Silvera, 40, died suddenly while sleeping a month shy of her 8th wedding anniversary last week. It was revealed that 3 bullet fragments were found inside her body during an autopsy. The wounds were reportedly in the lower abdomen and leg. The information we are hearing is that it was the police who requested a post-mortem, but because of the overcrowding, the date was not until last week, a senior officer had stated. The Gleaner was told that the policeman who went to the scene saw no blood but was uneasy and made a post-mortem order through forensic lab. The post-mortem was reportedly done at a morgue in Kingston, where the body was stored. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz, head of crime portfolio, had told the Gleaner that the probe was upgraded to a murder investigation based on the development. A major friend told the Gleaner the death was suspicious from the start. She was healthy, and we were out with her just days before eating. This was a total shocker to us, and from the get-go, our initial thought was something was not right, said the friend, who requested anonymity. Initially, I heard it was the son who found her, and she was sitting up. Blood was coming from her waist down. Those are the things we are hearing. Plus, after that, the kid's tablet and devices were yanked. We just want to know what happened to Melissa, the family friend said. The Gleaner visited the community yesterday and some residents expressed concern. They live up there. We were shocked by the news of her death, and then we heard she was shot and killed. We haven't seen much of the husband since, but it must be hard what he is going through, a resident said. We did not know of any problems between them. They had this tragedy with the son. They had the tragedy with the son who drowned, and they kept it together and had another child. Another resident stated. The residents said they have noticed police personnel making the rounds at the home since news of the major development broke on the weekend. A policeman said the police sergeant who was in charge at the station at the time may face disciplinary actions. It can range from a transfer to interdirection and depending on what the probe yields, a senior officer said. I understand that detectives have the hard task already 6 weeks behind to redraft the scene. The disadvantage is that the entire space was being modified. Tiles lifted and changed, different bed and position, and fresh paint job make all that much more difficult, the policeman said. The Silvera tied the knot on December 12, 2015 during a started stone ceremony held at the St. Andrew Parish Church. The nuptials were witnessed by guests including former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, Lee, and other high-profile members of the People's National Party, including Michael Phillips and Ian Ailes, who was the best man. Melissa's parents were known party affiliates. The PNP on Monday acknowledged with grave concern the recent development regarding the tragic death. The party said it expressed its deepest sympathy to the family and friends affected by the distressing event. I quote, "We firmly believe in the rule of law and support the ongoing investigation by law enforcement agencies to ascertain the truth behind Melissa's untimely death," unquote. The party said in a statement, quote, I quote, "At this time, it is imperative to allow the authorities to conduct a true and impartial investigation into this matter," unquote. Effort to reach the commander of St. Andrew North Police Division, Superintendent Sharika, service provide futile. The St. Andrew North Police Division has recorded 56 murders as at December 16. This represents a 3.4% reduction year on year. The national murder toll now stands at 1,349 and height an 8% decline when compared to the similar period last year. Now, again, we want to welcome each and everyone that's here this evening. We appreciate you. And follow along as we dissect this ongoing investigation and shed light on the matter. Before I do so, I would love to share with you an article. Bear with me a sec. And for those of you in the comments, I kindly ask for you to bear with me. Now, let me first shed light on this comment from Member of Parliament Robert Montague, affectionately known to us as Bobby. This comment was posted on Robert Montague. This is MP of West St. Mary and Member of Parliament for the Jamaica Labour Party. However, let us express that Jolyan Silvera is a former member of the People's National Party and a very prominent member presently in the People's National Party. So prominent and very close to the opposition leader, Mark Jefferson Golding, where Mr. Golding have Jolyan Silvera as the president of services for his campaign as we speak. And I must express for those of you who are just joining and new to the platform that if you do not hear the word allegedly, then I leave myself open for anyone who want to come with suit, and I dare them to. Now, this is a member of parliament, a senior member of parliament of the Jamaica Labour Party. However, he resides, he's a MP for St. Mary. Jolyan Silvera was a former member of parliament for St. Mary. Former member of parliament for Western St. Mary, Jolyan Silvera, lost his wife suddenly a short while ago in Kingston. This was written on November 11th by Robert Montague. She passed suddenly and peacefully with Jolyan at her side. Let me go over this once more. And as you know, we sip and talk here. On November 11th, Robert Montague, MP of Western St. Mary, who is a senior member in the Jamaica Labour Party, he wrote on the 11th of November 2023, former member, and I quote, former member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Jolyan Silvera, lost his wife suddenly a short while ago in Kingston. She passed suddenly and peacefully with Jolyan at her side. I already spoke with him and expressed support and condolences. Please remember him and their children in our prayers. Remember to hug a loved one, tell them you love and appreciate them, as they can be snatched at any time. This life is tough sometimes. Stay strong, Jojo. One love, Robert Montague, CD, MP, and he posts 2 wedding photo. Now, here we have Robert Montague, who came out with under no duress and publicly acknowledged that he had spoken to his colleagues, Jolyan Silvera. Oh, I'd forget to unquote, sorry. But Jolyan Silvera, based on what Robert Montague stated on the 11th of November 2023, that he had spoken to Mr. Silvera, and Mr. Silvera had stated to him, based on Robert Montague words, in black and white, we've seen it here for ourselves. This wasn't AI done. This wasn't photoshopped. This is something that can be found on Robert Montague page if he has not yet removed it However, again, the OBC radio has it as usual. Now, Robert Montague, who is a CD and MP, senior member of the Jamaica Labour Party, acknowledged publicly on his social media platform that he had spoken to Mr. Jolyan Silvera, and Mr. Jolyan Silvera had expressed to him, Robert Montague, that he, Mr. Jolyan Silvera, was by the side of his wife, Mrs. Melissa Silvera, and that she had died peacefully with Jolyan at her side. This is CD MP Robert Montague publicly expressing and acknowledging what had transpired. Let me also share with you something else. Let me share with you something else. Now, I presume
I've just watched your YouTube channel and the new developments in the Jolyan Silvera's wife, Melissa murder. And because of that, one of the facts that drew my attention to come to this conclusion was the fact that 30 persons was invited over to the house on the night of the murder. And the second one is that the member of Parliament for Western St. Mary, Robert Montague, said he spoke to the husband, Jolyan, saying that he spoke to Jolyan. And in that conversation, Jolyan was by his wife's side. Jolyan came out and said he was not there. Now, this voice note to you is asking that the PNP MPs has demand emergency delegates conference. They don't need to be about him. One, Jolyan Silvera is head of a committee, foundation, whatever trust that the present man, Mark Golding, has set up in the party's name. Two, Jolyan Silvera is playing a pivotal role in the security detail of the opposition leader. Three, Jolyan Silvera is lying that he wasn't there based on what the MP for Western St. Mary has said. And four, Jolyan Silvera is now deeply implicated because he invited 30 people over the house to contaminate the crime scene. Therefore, the close connection between the opposition leader, who cannot separate himself because he also issued a statement that she died peacefully, they cannot be separated. Therefore, in the interest of the party and based on what is happening, it is not being said it is Jolyan Silvera. It is being said from a PNP member of Parliament who is a pivotal part of the Mark Golding team. Jolyan Silvera is not being separated from the party, just like Dr. Gideon is not being separated by the present man wearing the title as opposition leader and leader of the People's National Party. Therefore, it is beholden on the members of Parliament to distance the People's National Party from Mark Golding at this time, and the special delegates conference must be held to remove Mark Golding as president. There doesn't need to be any vote, right? The facts came out that it was 90 groups 90 votes came out of 33 illegal groups from the Ohio. Therefore, it is beholden on the party in the national interest to call a special delegates conference for the 2nd of January and ask Mark Golding to step down and so as opposition leader. I have given 4 reasons in this voice note. There are more, but the voice notes are limited. But it is beholden now in the national interest. If lawyers, PNP lawyers have separated themselves, Mark Golding, in whose team of persons politically around him, Jolyan Silvera plays a pivotal role. Mark Golding is not separating himself, therefore the party must separate itself from Mark Golding.
We want to shout out to Jamaica Political Uncover for that information just now. And
a couple years ago.
Gentlemen over 40, let me introduce.
Kindly hang with me as I share with you another some other information with you guys. Now, this female here is a female who Mark Golding and Mr. Peter Bunting this female here, I'm going to give your name in a few, but take a good look at her here with Mr. Jolyan Silvera. Bear with me as we analyze and dissect this ongoing investigation, because Fitz Bailey, sorry, I like to give title where title is due, because I wasn't playing from day one and then I don't intend to start playing now. Fish Bailey had stated that he don't see no reason to make charge. I don't want to quote him wrongfully, but it's something along the line. I'll bring it up in a bit. Now, we have here this female let me just get all of these open at once. So I don't have to be going back and forth. Now we dissecting things, yeah? This Jezebel take a good look at her, is on the payroll of Peter Bunting and Mark Jefferson Golden. Now, y'all say I come after the JLP, and if it was the People's National Party, I wouldn't say nothing. Well, here we are. This Jezebel, and I make no apology when I say Jezebel, is on the payroll of Peter Bunting and Mark Jefferson Golden. And she's on the payroll where she's now a blogger to speak and as a PR propagandist for the People's National Party, whether it's good, whether it's bad, she speak good onto it. This Jezebel. Yeah? Now, this is her Camilla Forbes. Let me just make sure. I believe that's her name, Camilla Forbes. Oh, no. Camilla Forbes, yeah? This is her, Camilla Forbes. That's her name. She's stating to this lady, or whoever this person is, Ortiz, I think this is a female, Mary. When me go, the house are full of people. And by the way, notice I quoted Robert Montague comment on his social media platform. I did not make a mistake by reading words incorrectly. It is exactly what the CDMP wrote I was reading. So I didn't read wrong or bad English. Now, this is Camilla Forbes, who is on the payroll of Mark Jefferson Golden and Bunting. When me go, the house are full of people. At least 30 people were there, so I don't know what Arlene and her Labourite friends are trying to imply. I got there at 10 a.m. and enough people were there. That was within hours of her death. Now, this lady, I don't understand how Fish Bailey stated he don't see no reason to make any arrests. I understand why Fish Bailey don't see any reason to make any arrests. But before I tell you why Fish Bailey don't see any reason to make an arrest, let me continue to dissect and analyze the evidence. It's further understood and at that scene of crime, officer spent most of Saturday at the couple's home. Mr. Silvera has been interviewed by investigator. Sources say Mr. Silvera had indicated that he was not home the night his wife died. So, They have a propagandist who is speaking crap, causing conflict in a whole murder case investigation right here. While the CDMP, who we have no reason to doubt that he had spoken to his colleague because they are parishioners. And when you think these people who we elect to serve are against each other as us, the dumb ones who fight against each other and claim to be diarted PNP and diarted JLP, it makes no sense because it's not that way when it comes to the member of parliaments and the politicians who we elect to serve. Now, where is it? I want to make sure. No, that's not it. Okay, yeah. This is where Camilla, where it is? Camilla, who knows so much. She's just there attacking any comment, any person that comment on that, and she's explaining because she was there. Girl, you should be arrested. But Fitz barely claimed that he see no reason to make any arrests. We'll talk about that in a bit. The police was called. The police processed the scene. I was there within hours. Police came and investigated. They are the ones who had the body moved. The husband was not presently initially. However, CDMP, who's a colleague, and we know he's a colleague because let we take you back to 2 years ago when supposedly the son that evil Mr. Silvera found out that he wasn't the biological child of that, the biological father of that child, turned up missing, and then he found the child Joan. Now let me look into this, people. Let me make sure I'm back. Let's make sure I'm back here with you guys. So I am following
at Olive Garden. More is merrier. From a first course that never ends to
or no. It is stated that Andrew Holness, when 2 years ago when the son died, the 2-year-old son died, Andrew Holness, among others, came out publicly and made condolence, not to the family or to both husband and wife, but to Jolyan Silvera only. I did not say it. It was the Andrew Holness who came out, and his word is being repeated over and over in black and white through the Gleaner and other entities, where they came out 2 years ago and publicly made condolence not to the family of Jordan, the 2-year-old who supposedly drowned in the care of his father. Andrew Holness, among other leaders who we have elected to serve, came out and gave condolence to Jolyan Silvera only. I'm pointing out this because they made it seem as if the wife was never in existence. Why? What is it the wife knew about your dirty life and was going to threaten you, Mr. Silvera, to expose that Andrew Holness knows, Robert Montague know, Mark Jefferson Golden know, and we wonder why we have a very soft opposition leader. We wonder why, with all this rampant corruption and people crying out, why Mark Jefferson Golden is so quiet. And I've been asking all this time, what secret or secrets Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour Party has on you and other member of the People's National Party, why you are so quiet? Because one, Juliet Holness not supposed to be sitting as Speaker of the House. It's impossible for her to be impartial, and the Speaker of the House has to be impartial. It's impossible that she's having sex with a corrupt husband, Andrew Holness, who is the Prime Minister, who is one of the 6 members on the illicit 6. For Juliet Holness to sit as Speaker of the House and to be impartial. So the fact that you all sit down quietly and allow it shows, and I was questioning, with all this momentum behind the People's National Party, and I don't give a hoot which diarted comrade want to come and attack and say, oh, there's a momentum now and I'm saying this, what am I saying? Well, guess what? Bounty Killer says something which I'm in agreement with. It's time for us to get away from the PNP and the JLP because of the 2 party that mess up the country. No better herring, no better barrel. There is another party that's trying to make progress and that's been making a momentum. If I were you and really want better for the country, step away from the there, because Mark Jefferson Golden is dirty and also a corrupt, dirty mother effer. And I make this statement with no apology. And anyone want to come and challenge what I'm saying, I welcome them. The number to call is 1-800-944-2166 or WhatsApp 347-818-7604. Let me take this time out because I won't be here for long to make a roll call to those who are present here as a whistlee. We call you the whistlee. This is the Lady Whistleblower Show. We call you the whistlee. Hope you don't mind. Good night, January. Abina Sarkodi, Fruitful. Angela, Paula Seeley, Andrea June Hamilton Wilson, Joy Marshallette Butler, nice seeing you again. Merinda Roddock, Sonia Ellis, nice seeing you again. I think we should allow the police to do their investigation before you do your analysis. Oh no, we don't have to wait and no police to do our investigation, because I as a journalist has the right to do my own investigation. And majority of these investigations that the police are doing, Fish Bailey is doing, is corrupt, because Fish Bailey is also under the corrupt party. Fish Bailey is a member of the Aquarium who was at the house with Patrick Bailey in 2016 with Alonzo Terrelon when they all shot and killed Mr. Jermaine, when Patrick Bailey stole Mr. Jermaine money that Mr. Jermaine, who was his gardener for over 20 years, flew out of the country, made a life for himself, and sent his money to the lawyer, Patrick Bailey, because he knew him well. But just like Andrew Holness, the thief and criminal he is, Patrick Bailey, who was Andrew Holness' attorney, also stole Mr. Jermaine's money. And it caused a conflict, and they invited Mr. Jermaine at the house while Commissioner Police Fish Bailey was there. Alonzo Terrelon was there. The man that's sticking out Alonzo Terrelon bottom is the man that pulled the trigger on Mr. Jermaine in Patrick Bailey's house in Barbican Avenue 2016. Fish Bailey, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, was there. Alonzo Terrelon was there. And this is why no one has been charged. Dirty, nasty, Dr. Ford make an announcement that Patrick Bailey is sick and he can't go to the court and need to avoid all stress. Now, bear in mind, Patrick Bailey is a laborite. The Dr. Ford that is alive right now is a laborite. The twin brother who is deceased, is PNP. Are you getting what I'm trying to show you? That we the people are the stupid ass that sit down and say we are dieted PNP and dieted JLP, while these mother effers take us for clowns. They're all friends and they sit and cover for each other. No way, no how. I've been sitting all these months and looking at the momentum that the People's National Party has risen to. And I've been saying to myself, there is no connection with Mark Jefferson Golding and the people. For those of you who keep coming up and saying Mark Jefferson Golding sound like Joshua Mandley, I rebuke you. I don't know what to say to you, but it is a high disrespect on the former Prime Minister of Jamaica and leader of the People's National Party. No way, no how. Andre Stevenson said it best, and I quote, Mark Jefferson Golding has no anaconda. Let me just change that word so I don't put the D word out. And I salute that 100%. Mark Golding, you're all out for power struggle just to prove a point that you are Yeah, you put this on your, one more thing on your stripe. Nothing for the people of Jamaica. Else, all this corruption, Andrew Holness and the JLP-led government that's going on, you would have been a very strong opposition leader. And right now, you are very weak. There's no connection. The momentum that's right now in the People's National Party is not because of Mark Jefferson Golding, but because people are tired of the corruption of Andrew Holness and the JLP government. It's not because of Mark Golding. Right now, people are ready for anybody else except him. And I plead to you, people of Jamaica, voters, it's not just the Jamaica Labour Party. It's not just the People's National Party. There is the UIC party that nobody speak about. United Independent Congress Party that nobody speaks about. I kindly request of you to go and look at the memorandum of the UIC party. Look them up. The UIC. Andrew Holness stole a lot of the UIC party memorandums. However, he's not living by them. PNP and JLP, Bounty Killer has said this and I support it 100%. They are the reason for what's happening in Jamaica right now. The PSOJ is controlling both parties. No better Erin, no better Barrin. Seek elsewhere when you go behind that ballot to vote. Vote not for PNP, not for JLP, but for somebody who is going to be better for Jamaica. We need a new party, as Bounty Killer said, and we have been saying it, but they try to bring this narrative in our head. Oh no, it's a two-party. We need to stop it and get away. That's the biggest lie and trick they have put to us as people. I'm not intending to stay any longer. I just want to do an hour here because I have other entitlement. Let me just run through the comment. This woman's sick in her head since they kick her out of the PNP party. Yes, this is a dieted PNP person. And let me just let you guys know something. I've only voted 2 times in my life and I voted for the PNP party. And I'm it. Mark Jefferson Golding is not it. Not it. Andrew Holness is not it. Look elsewhere. And I'm not being paid for this. I'm on no one's payroll. I'm all for the betterment of Jamaica and for the citizens of Jamaica so that I myself in some years can go back to Jamaica and live in retirement in Jamaica. Not the way it's running now. You see how quickly the principal in St. James was taken into custody as the suspect in the death of the bazaar. The principal is from the scapegoat community, not the... Okay. And Fish Bailey gonna say with all that's going on, there's no arrest that can be led. Eh? Why? Because Fish Bailey is there as the puppet under the corruption of both the People's National Party and the Jamaica Labour Party, who controlled by one big puppet master, the PSOJ. Take out Andrew name out of PNP, passa. Everton Jarrett, come on now. There's a time and place for everything. You're talking stupidness, editor, man. I agree, totally inappropriate for the First Lady to be Speaker of the House. We appreciate you, Dr. God. Bless up yourself soon. I was doing roll call on Joy Marshall Butler, Sue McDuffie, Keisha Thomas. Man City, bless up yourself. I see you here again. Dear viewers, you will never be as lucky as Patrick Bailey and Mr. Silvera if a dead body is found in... Exactly. Let me pin this. Exactly. Why it's not being picked? Oh, I'm not on the let me see. Hold a sec. Where it is. The lawyer, Mr. Champagne, is a St. Mary born and grow, so he will know in that area, and I see no problem with him being used as a lawyer, especially because of his successes in the legal department. Let me tell you something. Shout out to all the lawyers. But if you all didn't know, let me enlighten you. A lawyer is a professional liar. They say liar is abomination unto the Lord. But however, a lawyer is a professional liar. And that's the work they get paid to do. So I'm not here to bash Mr. Champagne because he get paid to do his work. And he has to do with his successes, of course. Because the best liar win in court. That's how it is. So because he is a good professional liar, doesn't mean we're here to bash him and go against whatever he's saying. However, what we're not going to do is stop talking on this case and shed light on it. Because Mr. Silvera is a prominent public server. He's very close ally with Mark Jefferson Golden, presently now, and the president of the Treasury Department of his campaign. And this is to, I salute the female who spoke out that Mark Jefferson Golden need to step away as president, as opposition leader of the People's National Party. Whether you like it, yes or no. Reason being, he has been too close with this ongoing investigation. We can't, we PNP people who say them a comrade can't say, oh, Andrew Holness, it's very hypocritical for you to speak about the corruption Andrew Holness is going on with, and then sit and try to cover this blatant corruption with the murderers of this woman and her child that was killed. It is not right. You see how quickly the principal... Okay, this is what I wanted to pin. Natalie Freeman, good evening. I totally agree. Inappropriate. Okay. Dear viewers, you will never... Okay. Blessing everyone. Sitting here watching, good evening. Big up Andre. Andre is here? Mark Ramp. I love you, Dr. Gordon. Let the truth be told. They are mixed internationalists. Speak truth, Dr. Gordon. You are appreciated. If Mark Golden would show a little much more energy, then we could see how things running. Yes, he can't, because they are all buddies and friends and all have secret for each other. Look at how much corruption everybody can talk about it, and this opposition parties there sit down. And when the UIC, if you, hey, I plead to you guys, go and check out the UIC page and see what they've been doing. Check out the memorandum. They try to hide and don't talk about the UIC and sink them. But I would, if you all need different and a better Jamaica, I would, and I tell you, it's 2 times. So all of who think say, oh, I'm PNP and we are 2 times ever voting in my life. Easton Douglas and Maxine Ernie Wilson know me very well. God rest Easton Douglas' soul. And I decided many years ago before I left Jamaica, no, I'm done with this. Because I'm not seeing nothing better for the people, the community that I grew up in. Look elsewhere, people. It's no longer, it's never has been a two-party country. Please talk up the things that I'm listening. 401 eastbound, good evening. I think my dad used to say before he passed his RP that the Labour Party was a licky party, alleged show. My dad part. She ever go on with that alleged thing, you know. But fellas, I stated that I'm not going to be here long. I wanted to do an hour. And Sir God is manifesto. What I said. Manifest what I stated. Well, if you corrected me, obviously I must have said something wrong, and I stay correct. I stand corrected. Manifesto. Yes, I implore you to go and check out the UIC manifesto and what they think Jamaica, what they think of Jamaica, and what they believe and want for Jamaica if they become the next prime minister. Because trust me, for over the years, it's the JLP and the People's National Party that has been doing us these things. No better herring, no better barrel. And I'm telling you here, get away from this diarted PNP. When you go behind the ballot to vote, make sure when you vote, your conscience is clear for a better Jamaica. That's your children and your grandchildren, not us, the licky mama and the licky poopa. Do it for the betterment of the future generation to come. This is OBC Radio, Second Chances for the Forgotten Voices. Please download our app from your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, or ask Alexa to play OBC Radio. Go to our website, obcradio.com, and you can stream us there. Follow us on all social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. And please turn your notification on. And always remember, a winner never wins, because a winner never quits, because quitters never win. OBC Radio, Second Chances for the Forgotten Voices. Thanks for joining us. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Sunday at 7 p.m. Join us here again as we bring to you the other 3 members that's on the illicit 6. And these are no allegations. I can speak out and said Jolyan Silvera murdered his wife and his child. And both member of the People's National Party and member of the Jamaica Labour Party is very much aware of what's going on and what has been going on. Are these the people we want to continue to run our country? And we sit down and say, we sit down and beat Andrew Holness and cry. But yet still opposition leader Mark Golding is not being outspoken as we the people are. Why you think that is? Look into yourself and ask yourself, is Mark Golding the person we really want to put in power to become the next prime minister? We sure know we don't want Andrew Holness to remain as prime minister. But is Mark Golding the next best thing? I'll leave this with you. Thank you. This is OBC Radio, Second Chances for the Forgotten Voices.